Hello students, welcome to my channel, and in today's session we begins with the dark reaction of photosynthesis. Light reaction, photosystem, photophosphorylation, all these topics we already completed in our last session, and from today biochemical reaction of photosynthesis or dark reaction of photosynthesis we begins. So let's begin with the dark reaction. Normally when we study the phenomena or the process of photosynthesis, so you know all are knowing the process of photosynthesis is completed in two phases. One is light phase and second is dark phase. Actually the dark reaction, you remember, commonly it is called as fixation of carbon dioxide, that is one of the raw material for photosynthesis. So fixation of carbon dioxide into glucose. First, this is also the another name or the term for dark reaction. Secondly, one another term we use for dark reaction, that is biochemical reaction of photosynthesis. Why it is called biochemical reaction, that we study when we come towards the C3 and C4 cycle. Now here you remember, when we study about the dark reaction, so the dark reactions, it doesn't mean, generally student assume that the reaction which is take place in dark. It is not like that. Dark reaction means the reaction of photosynthesis which is not dependent on sunlight. They may or may not be completed in presence of light or in absence of light. So that part you remember, the dark reaction is not dependent on sunlight, and therefore dark reaction is also called as light independent reaction. So this part you remember, this is called as light independent reaction. Light independent reaction means, you remember, the reaction which is not dependent on sunlight. The reaction may be present in presence of light or in absence of light. These are the some another terms which we use for the dark reaction. Now the dark reaction, what is the site for dark reaction? So reaction, you remember, it is completed in stroma part of chloroplast. So in stroma of chloroplast, the process or the reaction of carbon dioxide fixation take place. And now the next thing important for the dark reaction, the dark reaction was provided for the first time by the scientist Blackman. Therefore it is called as Blackman's reaction. So this part also you remember, Blackman reaction means the dark reaction, and it is for the first time provided by the scientist Blackman, and he suggests that how the carbon dioxide is fixed in glucose during the dark phase of light in stroma part of the chloroplast. So this is the actually introduction. Now when we come towards the dark reaction, this is somewhat conceptual part. So now you pay more attention. So when we come towards the dark reaction, so in stroma, number of enzymes are there, and these enzymes are helpful in the fixation of carbon dioxide. Now when we come towards the fixation of carbon dioxide, that means what do we understand by fixation of carbon dioxide? Carbon dioxide, you remember, carbon dioxide is a present in gaseous state, and this carbon dioxide via stomata enters in the mesophyll cells of the leaves, and then it enters in the chloroplast. In chloroplast, stroma part of the chloroplast show the enzymes. So these enzymes fix this carbon dioxide. Now whenever you use the term fixation of nitrogen and fixation of carbon dioxide, predominantly you study in biology. So fixation of carbon dioxide means the gaseous compound is fixed in another compound whose presence we detected in particular part of the cell. Because the presence of carbon dioxide inside the cell as such we can't detect, but the presence of glucose you can detect inside the plant cell. So enzyme fix this carbon dioxide, and carbon dioxide become reduced in glucose. And this reduction of carbon dioxide into glucose, because once the glucose is formed, this glucose later convert into sucrose and then starch, and one can easily detect the presence of glucose, sucrose and starch in a plant cell. That's why we say the fixation of carbon dioxide is take place in glucose. But how it is fixed, or what reaction is responsible? So here you remember the reaction is the reduction of the carbon dioxide, and this process is actually called as the dark reaction. But here you see, when you study about glucose, so glucose is 6 carbon compound, that is C6H12O6 we commonly say. And this 6 carbon compound, you remember, this 6 carbon compound is suddenly not formed, and that's why you study ki whenever fixation of carbon dioxide is take place, so either the fixation is take place by C3 method or C3 cycle or by the C4 cycle. So now we come towards that point, that how this carbon dioxide become reduced into the 6 carbon sugar or monosaccharide, that is called as glucose. Site of fixation, again one time remember, the the stroma of the chloroplast, where the different enzymes for dark reactions are present. Now when we study about the dark reaction, so here we study about pathways for dark reactions. So either you can say pathway, or commonly we say cycle for carbon dioxide fixation. So actually two raw materials are there in photosynthesis. One is water and second is carbon dioxide. Water is used in oxidation or photolysis of water, that associate with PS2, and that is a part of light reaction. When we come towards dark reaction, so second raw material carbon dioxide is used. It undergoes in reduction. During reduction, you remember, when we study about the CO2 fixation pathways or cycle, so two cycles we commonly study, or according to that cycle we say there are two types of plant. What two types of plants here you say? First we study C3 cycle or C3 plant, and next one is C4 cycle और C4 plant. Commonly हम कह रहे हैं, ठीक है. So when C3 cycle you study, so C3 cycle, commonly the C3 cycle is called as Calvin cycle. Detail we study later when we separately study for the C3 cycle. And C4 cycle as provided by the scientists Hatch and Slack. Therefore it is called as Hatch-Slack cycle. This part first you remember. Now what do we understand by the C3 and C4? C3 means, you see here, the glucose is a 6 carbon compound, and whenever fixation of carbon dioxide is take place, so direct 6 carbon compound never be formed. First either the 3 carbon compound is formed or the 4 carbon compound is formed. If in a plant first stable product of CO2 fixation is 3 carbon compound, then that cycle is called as C3 cycle, and the plant is stated as C3 plant. So C3 cycle means, you remember, the first stable product of fixation is 3-carbon compound, therefore it is called C3 cycle. What is that compound? That we later study when we come towards the C3 cycle. But first fixed stable product is 3-carbon compound. That 3-carbon compound is called as C3 cycle. First you remember. After that, when you study about, or when you come towards the Calvin cycle, so how the 3-carbon compound will result in 6-carbon compound. So here you see, first 2 molecules of 3-carbon compounds are formed, and these both 3-carbon compounds are combined, and during the reduction phase of the Calvin cycle, they will lead to the formation of 6-carbon compound, that is the 6-carbon compound is glucose. This part you remember. When we come towards C4 cycle, so first stable product you remember, first stable product, again stable product means the product whose presence one can detect in the stroma of the chloroplast or in the cells of the plant. Those products are actually called as stable product. So the first stable product here you remember, first stable product of fixation is 4-carbon compound, therefore it is called C4 cycle. And in 4-carbon compound when formed, so 3 molecules of 4-carbon compounds comes close together, and after that the one of the 4-carbon compound immediately broken down into 2 carbons, and then again the 4-carbon and 2-carbon compounds are fused and or reduced, and upon reduction they will result in the formation of 6-carbon sugar, that is glucose. So this is a actually general way that we use for understanding that how the 6-carbon compound is formed from a single molecules of the carbon dioxide. Single means not only one. The 6-carbon dioxide molecules are enter in C3 cycle. 6 times C3 cycle or Calvin cycle is take place, then only the 1 molecule of glucose is to be produced. Similarly, in every C4 cycle, 1 molecule of carbon dioxide enter. 6 times the C4 cycle is recycled, and after that the 1 molecule of 6-carbon compound is formed. So that we separately study when we come towards the C3 cycle and C4 cycle. Okay, now we study about the some comparative analysis we come towards for C3 and C4, that what are the acceptors and what are the basic differences in morphology of leaf of the C3 and C4 cycle plants. Now first we study about the basic differences between the C3 and C4 plants or cycles, and then after we study one by one for C3 path cycle and C4 cycle. So when we study about the CO2 fixation, so here you remember C3 cycle and C4 cycle, 2 pathways. Again I am saying pathways, that for or the 2 types of plant which show the different pathway for the fixation of carbon dioxide. Now C3 cycle, why it is called C3, now is it clear to all? Here you see basis we use, first carbon dioxide acceptor. When we come towards carbon dioxide acceptor, So carbon dioxide acceptor in C3 cycle, you remember 5 carbon compound ribulose 1,5 biphosphate, or simply we say RUBP. In some of the book RUDP is also mentioned, that is ribulose 1,5 diphosphate, but we strictly follow NCERT. So in NCERT it is mentioned RUBP, that is a biphosphate. In C4 cycle, the first carbon dioxide acceptor, you remember 3 carbon compound, and that 3 carbon compound is phosphoenol pyruvate or PEP, you remember. Second, we study the important enzyme present in C3 and C4 cycle. So enzyme, you remember here, the important enzyme is Rubisco, and Rubisco, you remember, throughout the living world, the most prominent enzyme or most abundant protein, mainly you remember, the most abundant protein in living world is Rubisco. If the question is asking for animal kingdom, so for animal kingdom, you remember the most abundant protein is collagen, and for living world most abundant protein, you remember Rubisco. And because all enzymes you already studied, that all enzymes are proteinaceous molecule, that's why Rubisco is the most abundant protein in living world. C4 cycle, peptidase enzyme we commonly say, so PPcase or PP carboxylase, this is also called, or PPcase also we mentioned. So peptidase, you remember. After enzyme, the first stable product, you remember, what is the first stable product? When we come towards the cycle and study about the first stable product, so in C3 cycle, the first stable product of 3 carbon compound, that is phosphoglyceric acid or 3-PGA only, you remember, for comparative purpose. So 3-PGA is a first stable product of C3 cycle, whereas in C4 cycle, the first stable product, you remember, 4 carbon compound, and that 4 carbon compound is oxaloacetic acid or OAA. Now the morphology or anatomy of leaf you appear. This is one of the most important character. Anatomy of leaf when you appear. So in anatomy of leaf, you remember C3 cycle show normal anatomy or normal internal structure, that is dimorphism in chloroplast. Two types of chloroplast. Dimorphism means two type of chloroplast. Dimorphism in chloroplast is absent. This part you remember. But when we come towards the C4 cycle, so here you study one anatomy that is called as Crange anatomy. For Crange anatomy, separately for Crange anatomy, one link I provided. So you go through that link, or the video is already uploaded, and in that video I only explain that what is Crange anatomy. And secondly, when we come towards the C4 cycle, at that time also we study about the Crange anatomy. So here you remember in C4 cycle, leaf show the Crange anatomy. Crange anatomy means a dimorphism in chloroplast, or the two types of chloroplast are present. So this part you remember very well. Okay. After that, when we come towards the types of cells which are involved in C3 cycle and C4 cycle. So here type of cell, when you remember, use the point for differentiation. So type of cells here you remember all mesophyll cells. Okay, but in case of C4 cycle, you remember along with mesophyll cell, bundle sheath cells are also present. So here you remember along with mesophyll bundle sheath cells are also involved. So this part you remember that how the bundle sheath cells are involved, why the bundle sheath cells are involved, that we will study when we come towards the C4 cycle. But you remember these important points for the remembering the C3 and C4 cycle, that what is the necessity or why the two types of pathway are present. Main reason behind that, the C4 and plant and C3 plant anatomically as well as the environment where they present or habitat where they present, these both plants are entirely differ from each other. They show the two different types of enzyme, two different types of acceptor for the carbon dioxide, and because of that you remember, because of that the CO2 fixation is separately take place in C3 cycle as well as in C4 cycle. So for today's session, I just give the introduction of dark reaction and the introductory part for the dark phases of the dark reaction. In next session, we mainly discuss about the C3 cycle, that what are the phases of C3 cycle, how the C3 cycle is take place in plant, where the how the C3 cycle is take place in plant and responsible for utilization of ATP and NADPH. One most important thing here you remember, that whatever energy is produces in light reaction, you now studied that the ATP and NADPH plus H plus is produces. So where this ATP and NADPH and H plus is used, so that ATP and NADPH is used in these C3 cycle and C4 cycle. So what are the phases where the ATP is used, where the NADPH is used, that we will study separately. Okay, so up to next session, all the students stay motivated, stay blessed, and if you like the content for the students who are joined from today, so if you like the content, like the videos which are already uploaded on the channel, so kindly subscribe my channel, like my videos and share my videos.